leads off. Grady Sizemore returns to the lineup tonight in center field. The catcher we talked about him, Victor Martinez, not so great against National League pitching this season. Shin-Soo Choo is in left. Mark DeRosa in right. Johnny Peralta, the third baseman. Luis Valbuena, the shortstop. Chris Jimenez and David Huff round out the starting nine for the 29-42 Cleveland Indians. Strike one.
We'll take a quick look at Ian's numbers on the year. Won his second game of the year in his last start. A long way in between wins, but really he's put three pretty good starts in a row together. So he's starting to have a little bit of consistency. Hopefully that'll carry on tonight as goes listed to a fairly deep right field.
Oh, maybe an indication of how the ball is carrying on an 84-degree night. Steve Pearce makes the catch. And the rest of the Pirates defense, Andrew McCutchen in center, Niger Morgan in left. The corners belong to the LaRoches. Jack Wilson, Freddie Sanchez up the middle. Behind the plate, Robinson Diaz for Ian Snell.
Yeah, that ball kind of looked like a pop fly off the bat. Went back to the edge of the warning track. Of course, not real deep down in our right field corner, but still it did seem to carry well. It was a very warm night.
Grady Sizemore, fresh off the disabled list. And he takes ball one. Sizemore really hurting through spring training, the start of the season, with left elbow inflammation. They finally put him on the DL the end of May. And right away, Sizemore returns to the lineup, and he is just a tremendous all-around player when healthy. We talked about Victor Martinez, who comes to the plate, but this is their star, Grady Sizemore.
Yeah, he is the man when they're playing well. He carries their club. Not a bad pitch, on a 1-0, just a sinker down, knee high. Sizemore hits it where there's nobody standing to catch it.
He also runs. He has stolen 7 bases, but caught 6 times, which is unusual for Grady Sizemore. Over the years, he's been one of the better stolen base threats, a good percentage stealer. Last year, 38 steals, caught only 5 times. And a big shift on here for Victor Martinez. Andy LaRoche plays short. This is about as big an overshift as you'll see.
Well, if he bunts the ball to third, it's a base hit, isn't it?
As a matter of fact, you've got an interesting development here. Andy LaRoche is playing second base. They've kind of flip-flopped. So who's at second right now, and who's at short, who's at third? Well, Sanchez is your second baseman, but there's Jack Wilson, and there's Andy LaRoche.
I mean, Victor Martinez has to at least think about, wow, if I just bunted a ball, like pushed it hard toward where a third baseman normally would be, I'd have a base hit.
About that. So, Bob, if Andy LaRoche gets a ball here,
right in here,
who gets the assist?
There's nobody to make a play on anything.
The whole left side of the infield is obviously wide open.
I'm sorry, Greg. I was busy
drawing.
The drawing. What did you say?
No, if Andy LaRoche gets an assist here, is it an assist from the third baseman or the second baseman?
It's got to be shortstop.
Or that's right, shortstop.
Yeah, it's got to be 6-3.
And so if Jack gets an assist, it's 5-3. I don't know. We'll have to ask the official scorer tonight.
Well, maybe we'll find out.
Yeah.
But I mean, that would be like, for instance, if McCutchen all of a sudden switched with Pearce.
Yeah.
Just because it says center field in the lineup doesn't mean he's not playing right. So I don't know.
Be fun to find out if Snell can get him to hit a ground ball here to one of those guys. Victor Martinez with 53 RBIs.
Yeah, Jack is playing. I mean, he's the closest infielder to the third base line. He's the third baseman.
Now that is a shift where you take your third baseman and put him at second. And line toward left, but foul. In the air, 2-2 on Victor Martinez. The switch hitting catcher, who is third in the league in hitting behind Ichiro, who's batting .358, Miguel Cabrera at .333. 53 ribbies for Victor Martinez. Is fifth in the league. Jason Bay, Evan Longoria, Justin Morneau, Mark Teixeira, and then Victor Martinez. Tap to the right side. And it'll be
There's
first
nobody at
base.
third. Nobody at third.
Nobody ran. And nobody's
man.
at third. But Sizemore, for as good a player as he is,
just what I was
for
saying.
him not to have noticed that is unbelievable.
And what are we doing? I mean, at one point, Diaz, the catcher, is like over in the foul territory to the right side. Right now, look at third base.
How could he not get up and go?
There was nobody there. He could even have ran after they started to. You can't throw the ball to him. That was amazingly poor play on Sizemore's part. Well, and not really smart on our part.
Yeah. Here is Shin-Soo Choo. Choo hitting .295 with 9 homers and 41 runs batted in. He is 5th in the American League in walks. 45 of those, which helps his on-base percentage, which is 2nd best in the American League. A .408 on-base percentage.
Doesn't look like Ian's throwing real hard here early in the ball game. That last fastball just 89. We've never seen many 80s, or very seldom anyway.
That is hit hard, but what a play by Adam LaRoche. Those soft hands and makes a very difficult play look so routine. Hit very hard by Shin-Soo Choo, but the Bucco first baseman Adam LaRoche handles it and keeps the Indians off the board. Against David Huff, and we'll check the PNC lineup. Andrew McCutchen, Nigel Morgan, Freddie Sanchez. Cleanup hitter Adam LaRoche, last 7 home games, batting .500. Robinson Diaz follows. Then Andy LaRoche, Steve Pearce, Jack Wilson, and Ian Snell. Against the rookie left-hander David Huff.
Not much good as far as the stat sheet for Huff.
Ball 1 on Andrew McCutchen. A lot of good things on the stat sheet from McCutchen, but yeah, when it comes to David Huff.
Yeah, that doesn't tell the whole story there either. It tells a lot of it, but not everything. You look at the innings pitched. He's given up, I think, 41 base hits in 33 innings to go with those 12 walks. That's a lot of base runners and 7 home runs.
Line to the shortstop. Take another look at the play that ended the top half of this first inning.
Well, the ball was scorched over there, and good thing it was picked easily.
Ian Snell did not head over there, did he? Joe Kerrigan may be reminding him.
Yeah, talking about the hitters and that sort of thing. And he might have said something, you're right, about, hey, it doesn't matter. You got to get over to first base, whether that first baseman's going to take it or not. They would like to get Ian's pitch count under control, to where when he does throw a good ball game, he can go a little bit deeper. That's been a problem with him. And I thought he did a pretty good job that inning of going after the strike zone.
Continuing to try and be aggressive to that mitt. Ball hit the other way, and it's good to see, and we'll be watching this closely too with Nigel Morgan, how he does against left-handed pitching. He's off to such a great start this season, first couple of months. Before that, hit his average down to 263. Had a pretty good road trip, but he does need, and he knows it, to do better work against the lefties. 8 hits and 61 at-bats for a 131 average against southpaws before this hit to left field. And talking to Neil Huntington, the Pirates general manager, on his radio show on Sunday about it, he said really Morgan isn't the kind of guy that should struggle against left-handers that badly, because he hangs in there. And you've talked about this before, Bob, with Nigel Morgan. He hangs in there about as well as any left-handed batter against left-handed pitching.
Oh, and his job is to hit the ball the other way. Now, if you're a left-handed hitter, power guy, you're looking to pull all the time, sometimes those left-hand pitchers are going to make you look awfully silly. But, you know, Niger, he's hanging in there. He's trying to hit the ball the other direction. So lefty should not bother him nearly as much as it does pull hitters. Of course, I've always wondered, you know, what's the big deal, lefty on lefty?
Yeah.
I mean, righties can hit righties, can't they?
Right. Fly ball to right center field. DeRosa is there. The second out. Now let's check out Bob Walk's Tips to Win, presented by Rivers Casino, opening August 5th. Bob, what are your tips?
Well, the tips right now is the pitching of the Tribe. Both Huff, we just talked about, and their bullpen, not real good. So let's have a big night for the offense. It's all there for us. And also the road trip, we didn't make very many plays on defense. A couple times it cost us ball games. Let's make all the plays tonight.
Adam LaRoche, a fine play to end the top of the first. The Cleveland Indians pitching staff, by the way, just to underscore what Bob is talking about, has a higher earned run average than even the Washington Nationals. Cleveland has the worst pitching staff in terms of earned run average in baseball, 5.28 ERA. Oh, 2.
And they're in last place. Two deals pretty much go hand in hand.
And their skipper Eric Wedge.
They are in last, aren't they?
Yes, they are. They've walked more batters than any team in baseball. So you don't go up there expecting a walk if you're a hitter, but understand you have to make them throw strikes.
They are a game and a half behind Kansas City in the American League Central. Royals come in next, so this is an excellent opportunity to make hay while the sun shines. Got a long road trip coming up. Let's get a little momentum.
It's a pitching staff that has struggled. As we mentioned, Jeff Datz, the bench coach, aware of it. Saw Eric Wedge moments ago. Oh, 2 the count on Adam LaRoche. And I believe that is Carl Willis there, if I'm not mistaken, their pitching coach. And Morgan has 17 steals, caught 7 times. LaRoche trying to battle this left-handed rookie pitcher out of UCLA, David Huff. Just gets a piece.
The left-handers have been lighting him up this year. Hitting about 370 off of him. left-handed hitters. When I see those kind of numbers where a lefty gets hit much harder by left-hand hitters, it makes me really think that the breaking ball has to be lacking. There they are. Look, almost a 100-point difference. I mean, it's got to be all about the breaking ball.
Don't know much about the move, but so far hasn't shown much of one to Nyjer Morgan.
Nyjer has the green light to run anytime he wants, unless they've purposely told him not to for some particular pitch.
Oh, that's smoked foul between the first baseman Jimenez and Pirates first base coach Perry Hill. So Adam LaRoche really, though it's 0-2, it doesn't look as though he's having trouble seeing it here against David Huff. He's fouled off a number of pitches. Adam LaRoche has hit safely his last 7 home games. Takes this one just off the plate, the fastball. One ball, 2 strikes on the Bucco first baseman. Hits this toward left center field, and Sizemore can't make the catch, and a wipeout around second by Nyjer Morgan, so he'll scramble back to second base.
A little tiny breaking ball, did not break much at all. A little slider, and that was hit right on the head of the bat. Not in a real good location either. Belt high when you're out in front of the count, 1-2. But you know, you look at all those stats, and we see Nyjer falling down. There's a reason for him.
Oh, Robinson Diaz at the plate with first and second and 2 outs.
Throw a little 1-2 breaking ball, just rolling up there, right down the belt.
Why wouldn't right-hand hitters have as much success then?
Well, I'm thinking he might have a decent changeup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my guess. We'll take a look and see what kind of a changeup he has, if it's any good. But if right-handers are having trouble with him, I would say that would be it.
It's not like they're really struggling, hitting 270 or so against him.
There's a changeup right there. I believe that's what that pitch was.
Now Diaz, he's a different breed. He's not going to take much.
He won't give you a very good scouting report
nope.
about the other pitchers.
92 plate appearances, exactly 1 walk at the big league level this season. That's not even including his time at AAA Indianapolis. Doing good work in these situations. And in scoring position, a base hit brings home Nyjer Morgan. Check swing and slipped as he did it. I don't know what he slipped on.
Another one of Huff's bad numbers too. Runners in scoring position with 2 outs is over 400, almost 500. Almost half the at bats that Huff has had with these situations, opposition gets a hit on him. So that's, as I said, there's a lot of the whole stat sheet today is full of bad numbers for Huff. There's that changeup.
Huff was selected by the Indians as a sandwich round pick, 39th overall in 2006. Last year, a fine season in the minor leagues. Started at AA Akron, had a 1.92 ERA in 11 appearances, promoted to AAA Buffalo, and ended up with a 3.01 earned run average. Tap to the right side. And Huff covering on the chopper to Jimenez. So the Pirates strand a couple. We played 1. Interleague Baseball, PNC Park. Pirates, Cleveland, scoreless. play that ended the bottom of the first. A little tapper by Robinson Diaz, but you could hear yelling all the way. Very active on the infield. Today the Pirates went through their PFP, pitchers fielding practice, and just about everybody out there. Stuff you do a lot of spring training, right, Bob?
Yep, that's what you do every day, all day in spring training. Because I used to, it's called PFP, pitchers fielding practice, but it was
different name for it.
Well, yeah, different.
That you can't repeat on the air.
Pitchers busy work was what it used to be called. They had to figure out something for us to do. You know, you could come and you would throw. Okay, if you're not pitching in a game, you know, you got like a 15-minute bullpen session. What are you going to do? Come work out for 15 minutes and go home? So my favorite was where they just say, you know, go out in right field and play pepper for a half hour.
Ground ball to Jack Wilson. Mark DeRosa is retired. Now that really was not your favorite. You're saying that tongue in cheek.
No, that was probably my least favorite. You know what I actually kind of liked doing was when they would have us run the bases when the rest of the team was practicing cutoffs and relays.
Yeah.
That was kind of, you know, it was like you were actually playing in a game then.
So that's something you actually enjoy.
I liked running the bases.
How were you? How were you running the bases?
Probably pretty poor. If I'd been any good at it, then, you know, maybe I wouldn't have had to be a pitcher. If I could have got on base every now and then, maybe I wouldn't have had to be a pitcher.
Johnny Peralta. Shortstop turned third baseman. Valbuena on deck.
There's a good slow curveball by Snell. Goes 1 and 2. A lot of things have been talked about Snell in the last couple of years, last year and this year, about what he needs to do. And, you know, one of the things for sure, and we already mentioned it, was the pitch count. So I'm going to watch that a lot tonight in this game. But so far, so good about throwing strikes all the time.
Fly out to center field, routine play, and as an outfielder makes a play, our Geico quote book, we open it up, and Neil Huntington, Pirates GM, talked about Pirates outfield. We're looking for a balance of run creation and run prevention. We love power, but we believe in the bat over power. We believe in the base hit over power. Talking on his radio show on Sunday, Neil Huntington. Now Luis Valbuena, the shortstop. Strike.
You know, there we go. A couple of quick outs, strike one. Now this is the real test for him. A lot of times, you know, Greg, how many times have you seen it where he gets 2 quick outs and then
struggles?
Then you're talking 3 and 2 on the next 3 hitters to get that last out.
Yeah,
how about this?
You rarely see that, a 2-pitch out after he gets the first 2 quick outs.
2 innings, 19 total pitches. Great job.
That's different Snell tonight. sometimes second baseman, hitting .281. 3 homers, 31 runs batted in, and he takes ball 1 from David Huff. Leads the National League in assists among third basemen, by the way. Ball popped up. Shortstop Valbuena makes the catch. This upcoming Saturday, Pirates take on the Kansas City Royals. More interleague action. Don't miss some belly fireworks after the game, lighting up the Pittsburgh skyline. Get to the game early, right outside on Federal Street for Heritage Day festivities, which includes live music, food, and a beer garden. That's all coming up this Saturday. For tickets, go to pirates.com.
Jimmy T was in here giving us a clarification on our questioning about the scoring. If there was a ground ball, say, hit to Andy LaRoche as he's playing second base.
Jim Turdinich, the Pirates Media Relations Director, talking to the folks at the Elias Sports Bureau, the folks that are kind of the official stat group for baseball. Steve Pearce pops up the 1-1 pitch, and Grady Sizemore has it for the second out. And basically, Andy LaRoche, even though he was playing second, had he made an assist, it would have gone 5-3, just like he was playing third. But everybody pulling together.
No, not everybody.
Hey, hey.
I see some people going along for the ride there.
When we get that shot again, I'd like you to tell us straight, Bob, and tell us why they're not moving maybe as quickly as they could be.
They don't have a king telling everybody what to do.
The king. Like they have in the trailer.
Yeah, like right here.
Now, who's not?
Whoop,
Hey.
Whoop, that's not good. The guy in the white shirt, I tried to circle him and kind of left the scene. But he was not doing nothing. Come on. Work that oar. There he is. See him?
Yeah, he's standing out, isn't he?
Yeah.
You know, maybe he's serving a purpose, though. He might. Yeah, the back two are serving a purpose. They're keeping things straight.
Okay, I want to be the guy that serves a purpose.
You got to have your anchors.
No, I want to be that guy there.
Yeah.
That's kind of
judge.
Yeah, with the Evan Root on the back end.
Toward shallow center, and Sizemore there. So David Huff has a 1-2-3 bottom of the second. 0-0 through 2.
Then Furniture, home of the luxury Stearns & Foster mattress. And by Day Automotive, we're going to make your day.
And time to check out our Day Automotive this day in Pirates baseball history. It was on this date, June 23rd in 1996. Big Mark Johnson stole home as the Pirates scored 4 in the first inning on their way to a 5-3 win in Miami against the Marlins. That's our this day in Pirates history. Thank you, Day Automotive. Now that comes with a qualifier. That was part of a double steal. The last time a Pirate stole home exclusive of a double steal, Jeff King, July 1st, 1996 at Cincinnati.
Well, let me ask you a question, Greg. If you steal home on a double steal like that, do you get credit for stealing home?
I would think so.
So why did you have to qualify it?
Well, because I wanted to bring up Jeff King's name.
All right. You wanted
I know he's watching.
You got a good story. You got a good story going, and you got to like throw facts in the way.
Because it's rare, obviously, to steal home exclusive of a double steal. You know that. That's why I wanted to bring. Actually, I wanted to bring up. It was going to be my next question, but you ruined it. I was going to try and get your involvement to talk about why many years ago you used to steal home exclusive of a double steal. Jackie Robinson did it. Maury Wills did it.
They were faster then.
Ball line to left. Base hit. They were faster then.
Yep. That has to be it. What else would explain it?
I think there's more to it. I don't know, but I don't think that's reasonable. It's not a good explanation.
Well, if you were the analyst, would give your opinion.
Yeah, I know.
We'll have a promo.
I've got a good one.
We'll have a promo for you to read here in a moment. Just hold on.
I've got a good explanation, but now you don't get it.
No, you don't. You don't have an explanation.
Yeah, because there's been some stuff written in some baseball weekly publications quoting some baseball people about why and why not. It's because they're actually about a month ago on a nationally televised game, somebody did steal home. And the debate has come up more frequently now. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on David Huff. I think it was Jacoby Ellsbury for Boston against the Yankees.
So what is the opinion of these publications?
Oh, it's the opinion of the baseball people they talk to, they quoted. We'll talk to Steve Blass about it on the TV side on Wednesday. This ball bunted.
Hit him in the face, didn't it? Must have been foul territory because I'm sure it hit him. It came up and got him in the chin. Get the bill of the cap.
Diaz pointing to it right away. One ball, 2 strikes on David Huff. And he gets the job done. For a guy who obviously rarely bats. Sacrifice accomplished.
Read this, will you?
What? Read what? FSN is teaming up with Pirates Charities to host a live auction on next Tuesday night. Bid on great items like a Chicago road trip to see the Buccos, an opportunity to run the great pierogi race, and more. Remember, it's all about the kids when you place your generous bid next Tuesday, June 30th. Steve Blass and I will be bringing you the action that night.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, yeah.
No. Aren't I on that one? It's not going to be me and you?
I don't think so.
No.
0-1 on Jamie Carroll.
Auction night?
Yeah.
Oh. I've been removed.
Well, unless you actually went into the powers that be and said you want to be. Well, maybe you are.
No,
originally, Steve was on the schedule, but maybe Bob, the kind of guy that goes into the.
Well, that's because I have that kind of power.
I know you do. I'm told that you are on, so you do have that kind of power, you son of a gun. I know who runs the show. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count.
About time.
On Jamie Carroll. Well, boy, he's on the radio schedule, and a week later, he's on TV.
I run it upstairs. The king runs it downstairs.
Again, these are finally some truthful words coming out of your mouth. 2-1 on Jamie Carroll, who flied to right in the first. Jimenez is at second with 1 away in the third.
Outfield really in tight right now. We'll have an excellent shot at the plate if there's a base hit at an outfielder. Especially Pearson, right? He is up real close.
And that's out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Jamie Carroll.
He had a big game against us a couple of years ago in Denver.
A 35-year-old native of Evansville, Indiana. His second year with Cleveland.
Used to be the Tigers AAA team. Were they still in Evansville?
Three and 2 on the appeal. Now the Tigers have been in Toledo for a number of years at AAA. And look again, and no, said the first base umpire Mike Winters.
Nah, he got it back. That's where I first saw Jim Leyland, was in Evansville when he was with the Tigers.
And that's hit toward the line and right. Pierce is over. Out of play. It stays 3 and 2 on Jamie Carroll.
Who's that?
He's back.
Yes, he is.
Looks refreshed. The team went on a week-long road trip. And he's just hanging out now.
We must have been on the road an awful lot of late.
Actually, he's been real busy.
Yeah, we go on the road, he doesn't get any rest.
And they walk to Carroll, putting 2 aboard for Grady Sizemore.
There's somebody else been on the road too.
Ah, Mr. B. He's back.
Trip to the Great North.
Logged a lot of bus hours.
He's going to have a lot of stories for us.
A week-long trip in Canada. 2 on, 1 out. Grady Sizemore at the plate. He singled to right field in the first.
Nice sharp breaker. Snell got 2 breaking pitches, the slider and a curveball. And tonight, the curveball looks like he is trying to throw it a little slower, trying to get a little more separation between those 2 pitches. There are times where, to be honest with you, I can't tell much of a difference between his slider and his curveball. They're very similar, but we saw some slow curveballs tonight.
Out of the way.
I don't know if that's something that he's recently decided to try and do or what, but a little more separation, a little more difference between those 2 pitches. Parrott trying to mess with the Indians a little bit. A little psychological warfare. I like that. Don't give him any rest.
Won't give an Indians fan a high five either.
Nope.
Blocked by Diaz in the dirt, 1 and 2.
Oh, he made up for it.
Oh, silly string. Oh.
He put out the handshake just to draw him in close. Oh, that's a tired can of string there. It's kind of dribbling out. Well, you got to shake it up a little more.
That stays 1 ball, 2 strikes on Sizemore.
Popped that one pretty good, 93.
Snell ahead 1 and 2. And in the dirt.
Chase. That was a pretty good one. Couldn't get him to go after it. Yeah, I think our radar gun had that at 88, Greg. It looked like a slider. That's an awfully hard slider. That was his best shot at a strikeout pitch.
Another foul ball by Sizemore. 2-2 the count remains. Sizemore hitting .223 in 49 games coming into this ball game tonight. 9 homers, 31 runs batted in.
Now that last breaking ball, I can't tell you if that was a slider that he took something off or a curveball that he threw a little harder. That's what I was talking about by those two pitches sometimes kind of come together for me when I'm watching Ian.
And Sizemore lays off one just off the plate.
Would have been a nice one to get. Now the Indians might start the runners with a 3-2 pitch. Stay out of a double play. Ooh, that was close. This last road trip we did a lot of talking about strike zones, the way they used to be 20 years ago and then the way they are now. That was a pitch that you would get a lot 20 years ago. That ball, especially, you know, strike 3 pitch that's just kind of running off the plate a little bit. If you've proven that you could throw the ball around the plate all night long. If that was the first good pitch on the corner you've thrown all night, you're not going to get it. See the pitch count up there a little bit this inning, but I like the second inning. To me was impressive because that's the kind of inning where it would get away from him.
Well, I'll tell you what's impressive right now is this Grady Sizemore at bat. Just proving why he is just one of the top players in the game. Just back tonight off the disabled list.
Well, they're not running, so get a ground ball, turn a double play.
9 pitches. He has spoiled anything close. He lines it to the gap in right center field and drops past Pierce. Steve Pierce not able to keep it in front, and that will cost the Pirates another run. Sizemore will wind up with a triple and a 2-0 Cleveland lead.
If he plays that difference, probably a single. You know, if he goes back on a little bit, rounds it off, make sure it can't get by him, because you know, he's going into that gap. He's pretty close to second base. He could maybe backhand it and hold him to a single, but he was angling in. I'm thinking he could maybe catch that on a fly. Just a bad read off the bat by Pierce.
Steve Pierce, who was playing exclusively at first base at AAA Indy up until a week ago.
Now the infield's going to have to come in and play tight.
A week ago, his manager Frank Kremlis went up to him in the locker room and handed him an outfielder's glove, or an outfielder's glove, and he played there for 3 days in the outfield. Ball 1 on Victor Martinez. Now they obviously, with the runner at third base, can't have that overshift.
That's a play that had a very big impact on this inning. Huge impact on the inning. If he angles toward the fence, I believe he cuts this ball off, maybe holds Sizemore to a single. A run is going to score, and you know, because the runner from first is holding up, maybe doesn't go to third. Probably does, but maybe not. But still, you got the double play in order. And now you look at what's happened. Both runs end up scoring, and they have the infield in with their maybe best hitter at the plate.
Two and one on Victor Martinez. Chris Jimenez started the inning off with a base hit, sacrificed to second, then Jamie Carroll walked. Sizemore credited with a 2-run triple. And now he falls behind the catcher, 3-1. Full count. Now 2 wins, 7 losses. This is 15th start. Picked up the win his last time out against Minnesota. The 1 win on the road trip. 6 innings, couple of runs, 5 hits against Minnesota.
Nice job of getting that on the hands. One of the things that we do talk about again with Snell a lot is pitching inside. He put that one right where he needed to. That's not a good number.
Most extra base hits in the league.
Didn't realize that.
3-2 on Victor Martinez. Count remains as he fouls off another. We have also talked about that strikeout pitch that was so much a part of his arsenal. Doesn't seem to be able to put hitters away as often.
2 years ago, 177 strikeouts, 130 something last year, and I think he's on pace to strike out about 120 this year. So it definitely has come down.
Did he go?
Ask.
They're asking, and no, according to Tony Randazzo.
Well, not the end of the world to walk Martinez in that situation after you've already given up 2 runs this inning. And now you put yourself in a position to roll a ground ball and get out of here. Minimal damage, turn a double play.
Thursday, watch the Pirates battle the Tribe interleague rivalry game, and it's T-Shirt Thursday. All fans coming through the gates receive an exclusive Pirates T-shirt on Thursday, courtesy Slippery Rock University. For tickets or to view a full schedule of T-Shirt Thursdays, visit pirates.com. First and third. And the batter, Shin Soo Choo.
If Sizemore steals home here, will you tell me the story now?
No. Are you kidding? No, but you did a nice job of teasing it, because we'll have a lot of opportunity with Steve Blass to talk about it on Wednesday night.
As soon as this inning's over, I'm walking next door and I'm asking Steve, what's the deal with this?
Okay, that's fine.
Because I can't wait.
And now 2-0 on
Steve will probably say
Choo.
the same thing I did. They were faster than.
Yeah. He would know.
Ooh, I'm going to tell him you said that.
Oh, it was his era we're talking about. Sizemore and Martinez, the runners. And now 3-0. This is a 36 pitch inning.
He had a 40 pitch inning, didn't he, last start?
3-0 now on Choo. Swinging and fouls it out of play.
I think it might have even been the 3rd inning.
Joe Kerrigan keeping track. And to the bullpen phone he goes. John Russell just walked by. Said, get somebody up. And ball 4.
Don't quite see who it is yet.
Jeff Karstens has become a long relief.
We really don't have to look anymore when it's fifth inning and earlier. It's going to be Karstens.
Now bases loaded and big time trouble spot here for Ian Snell, who is currently on the ropes with Mark DeRosa at the plate. 2 in and just 1 out. DeRosa bounced to short in the 2nd inning. 5 grand slams in his career, 1 this season. Ball 1. DeRosa 3 for 9
Where did he
in
used to play
bases
for?
loaded situations. Pardon?
Who did DeRosa?
Oh, heck, he's played for a couple different teams. Why do you ask?
I couldn't remember.
He's played for Texas, if I'm not mistaken. He's played Atlanta. I'm sure he's played with the Braves. And then most recently, he was with the National League Central Division club last year. 1-0 pitch. We should ask our producer. Ball 2-0 on DeRosa.
The hole is getting extremely deep.
2 balls, no strikes on Mark DeRosa. DeRosa, who hit .285 for the Cubs last year, loving this with Sizemore at third, Martinez at second, Chu at first. Two and one.
Well, that was a pretty good pitch to make in the situation he got himself into. Throw that 2-0 fastball after he's walked 2 guys in a row to load the bases right on the knees on the outside corner. It was a pitch he absolutely had to make. But all that does is put him in position now to try and make another one. Got to do it. Nope.
3 and 1.
He needs to hit that fastball away at the knees again. Not bad.
Full count.
Can you do it 3 in a row?
Three and 2 on DeRosa.
Diaz right on the corner.
And Snell steps off.
Kind of like backing away from that tough putt.
Yeah.
Like, because this is it right here. I mean, this is his ball game. He could be lifted after this pitch. He knows that. Oh, right there at the knees, middle of the plate. That time he didn't paint the outside corner. Well, Snell, he wanted that ball back right now. He almost barked at Diaz. Give me the baseball.
I see Diaz wanted it on the outer half, and that ball. Oh,
that's all right, though. I mean, at that point,
whatever you can get.
Yeah, as long as it's over that white thing. Looks like a house.
Johnny Peralta now.
That was some big pitches to make with your back against the wall. 2-0, 3-1, 3-2.
Breaking ball. Ball 1. Peralta with 1 career slam. This year with 29 RBIs. 3 for 10 on the season with the bases loaded. Wave and a miss. And a high fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Can he escape?
And again, stepping off Snell. Goes to the rosin bag. 1 ball, 1 strike on Johnny Peralta. Peralta has struck out 60 times this season. And that is 3rd on their club, behind Chu and DeRosa. Now he's in the hole. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Karsten's ready.
I've been that long guy down there before. There's so much, getting up, sitting down, getting up, sitting down, getting up, sitting down. They always want to stick with that starter as long as they can. And you have to get somebody loose. But then if he gets out of trouble, then you say, well, okay, maybe he'll get in a groove now. So you're always in that spot of get loose, sit down, get loose, sit down. Tried to get that strike three. That's the pitch that he wants to swing and miss on. But it's going to have to take an awfully over anxious hitter to swing one that's that far outside and that far in the dirt.
I wonder if they won't go upstairs with a fastball again now. Get Peralta to chase, who might be a little over anxious here. How will Diaz and Snell go against Peralta? Oh, no call. Fastball missed. And now we're down to cases. 3-2.
Here we are again.
No place to put them.
Here we go again. Snell trying to hit that outside corner. Probably left that one a little bit low. I bet you that one got called low. But he will try and throw the next ball at the same spot. I mean, Snell, he's going to go back in these situations of where he's comfortable, and that's the outside corner. That's where he's going to try and throw the ball.
The center fielder, McCutchen, no, it's going to drop in front. 1 run in. McCutchen throws toward third, safe there. And Johnny Peralta drives in a couple more. 4-0.
And Russell's going to go get him.
Wow. Snell going to be removed in the 3rd inning.
They didn't get this ball on that outside corner. That thing drifted right back to the inside half of the plate, about mid-thigh.
Ian Snell going to be lifted. And for the 2nd time this season, he goes less than 3 innings. Columbia Gas 8-1-1 call to the pen. 4-0 Cleveland. And responsible for Chu at 3rd and Peralta at 1st. And Luis Valbuena is the 9th man to hit in the inning, facing former starter, now long relief man, Jeff Karstens, who went 2 1/3 innings on Sunday against the Rockies. Scoreless ball.
Karstens has pitched much better in this role than he has as a starter. The ERA now in the 4s. Keep bringing it down. 3-something ERA coming out of the bullpen.
Fly ball to the second baseman. Sanchez. And it's LaRoche for some reason. That's what Freddie's wanting to know. What are you doing here?
Somebody, if Freddie is yelling, I got it, Adam needs to leave the scene.
So these Indians. Snell, 2 2/3, 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 walks, a strikeout, and just a bad outing for Ian Snell, who has to hope this Pirates team rallies and he will be able to avoid an 8th loss in 10 decisions. Strike called on Karstens. Two and one.
From the Pirates standpoint, they have to still feel that they're going to put up some pretty good numbers in tonight's ball game against a very poor pitching staff the Indians have. 4 runs should mean nothing.
That last play in the top of the 3rd inning. Watch Adam LaRoche. Sanchez appears to be calling for it the whole way.
Got his arms out. He had palms down, though. Maybe he lost him.
I got it.
Well, I don't see his lips moving.
Oh, yeah, they were. Sanchez, what was that?
Well, that's the kind of stuff that I think John Russell's going to be pulling his hair out in the dugout after watching what happened on the last road trip. To come back and hear first game home, see another pop fly almost messed up. Those things cost us ball games on the road.
McCutchen lined out in the 1st.
And he's not in a real good mood anyway right now after the start by Snell.
Yeah.
Couldn't have been happy with that infield confusion. Watching this guy makes you smile, though.
3-0. Playing in his 18th major league game, Andrew McCutchen.
Trying to think of good players from the past to really compare him to and to pin a name on him. Rounds out the 3rd here. How about this one, Marquise Grissom? is like when he was with the Expos, really in his prime. Talk about run, hit, you know, pretty good power. Not really a home run hitter, but at the same time, somebody you got to deal with. Very good speed, excellent defender, good base runner, stealer. That might be you know, somebody that's very comparable to. I'll take that, Marquise Grissom.
Yeah.
Might be better than that when it's all said and done.
Yeah, I'll take McCutchen first to third over Grissom. Two 2-0 on Niger Morgan with 2 outs in the third.
Yeah, I would say McCutchen, you're right, probably was a little faster. Grissom maybe the edge in power.
Yeah.
Maybe let's see if I can come up with a better name. The tough part is to try and come up with somebody that can run like he can, that is not just a slap hitter. That's a tough one to come up with.
Full count on Morgan as David Huff tries to have his second consecutive 1-2-3 inning.
The king of the Gypsies just came up with another expo that maybe even is more to the point.
Ball fouled out of play.
Tim Raines. Raines a little
more power,
little chunkier, a little stronger looking, but still talk about a guy that could that can run. Probably not as good a defensive player. Didn't have the arm. Played left field. He very accurate. They threw a lot of guys out because a lot of guys ran on him, but not the defensive player that I think McCutchen is or is going to be.
And Niger Morgan on again. Second straight time. Let's see if that doesn't get the Pirates going here against David Huff. Sanchez flied out to the right fielder DeRosa in the first. A note here from Linda and Gene Duda, the traveling Buck fans from Newcastle. They are here tonight, and Gene tells us he's at his first game in 2 years. Ball one. He has been less than 100%, Gene Duda. So he's not been able to make it out to the ballpark, but he's here tonight.
Welcome back. There's that changeup, Craig. You were talking about why the disparity, why right-handers hit him just as well lefties. Well, this is an equalizer pitch. Sanchez is a pretty good contact hitter, and he's way out in front of that changeup.
A fly ball to left. Chu is there. Pirates lead 1. We have played 3. The Indians lead 4-0.
Dale Automotive, Barrel.com. Definitely worth the click. And by Aflac, we've got you under our wing.
Time for tonight's Aflac trivia question.
Aflac!
Since 1938, who is the only player to have at least 165 RBIs in the season?
Some Cleveland Indian, I guess, huh?
Probably.
Hank Ringberg, is that an Indian?
I don't know.
Hey, by the way, I went over and I asked Blass about stealing home.
Yeah.
He gave a great reason.
Okay.
You guys will find out.
Wednesday night.
Yeah,
That's
Wednesday
what I'm
night.
saying. That's my point.
Something I never thought about. Great reason. It's got to be it.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Jimenez. Karsten's got the last out of the third, now facing the 8, 9, and 1 hitters.
You see the difference in speeds of the Karsten's curveball and Ian's. Watch where it says 2-2, no out.
Tap toward third, Andy LaRoche. And got him, nicely done.
But you'll see some curveballs that Karsten's throws, actually 68, 69. Most of them probably 71, 72. There you see the pitch again, actually up and away. It's hit a roller on the ground to third. That's not what you would expect from that location.
Again, we showed you that statistic earlier. Andy LaRoche playing a fine third base. And the numbers bear that out. Most assists among National League third basemen.
I wonder why he gets so many assists, Greg.
He gets to a lot of balls, huh?
No, I was just wondering why you hadn't thought about that.
One ball, 2 strikes on the pitcher, David Huff.
There we go.
That's assists per 9 innings. He's right there behind Bill Hall. Karsten strikes out the pitcher, Huff. Steve Blass talking to Bob Walk about.
Now, how does that happen? Every time I move
Bob
around.
Walk had to run in and say, no, Brownie's talking about why there are. And now I'm curious. I didn't care about it an inning ago. Now he's got me going crazy. What is it? I'll talk about Wednesday night, Bob.
Oh, you guys can't get away with anything around here. Yep, I went over there and asked.
The trailer. Under the watchful eyes.
Well, that was a pretty good hint there.
Trailer.
You saw Steve going into a windup.
Yeah. There he is, analyzing. brand new cap back from the Great West. The bus ride. The Great Northwest. And Tim Everett with him, listening to it all, taking it all in.
Well, as you can see from that video there, that Steve thinks that the windups are were a lot bigger, and that's why that people people stole STOOL, right? E.
Yeah, add the E.
Home so often, say 30, 40 years ago.
Line drive right there. So 4 up, 4 down for Karstens in relief of Snell. 4-0, however, the Buccos trail and try. has given up just 2 hits. Adam LaRoche singled in the first. Early on, this is not what we had hoped to see against David Huff, but still relatively early.
Well, just 3 innings into the ball game.
Last time out, Huff against Milwaukee went 5 innings, gave up 3 runs on 5 hits. No decision. Brewers won that game 9-8.
A couple of better breaking balls this inning to LaRoche than what we saw earlier.
Easy play at first.
Here Martinez yelling, get over, get over.
Aflac trivia question.
What Cleveland Indian?
Aflac!
Since 1938, the only player to have at least 165 RBIs in a season.
Aflac!
Answer is, before Clay was Cleveland Indian. How about that?
Shocker. Manny Ramirez has started a rehab, by the way.
I thought he was suspended.
Down in the minor leagues, suspended for 50 games for violating Major League Baseball's drug policy. But
50 games hasn't been up, has it?
No, but in the major leagues, he won't play for those 50 games in the major. He can play in the minors. But what happens if a minor leaguer is suspended? Where does he go to rehab?
You can call him up. He can go to the big leagues and play. If you're suspended in the minor leagues, you can go to the big leagues and play.
I see. Okay.
If you're suspended in the big leagues, you can go to the minor league. Obviously,
that makes sense.
That does. That's perfect sense.
Sure. As much sense as Ramirez being able to start a rehab in the minors.
Yeah, that's a good question. Where does because there's been a number of them this year that have been suspended for 50 days, for 50 games. What league do they get to go to?
Boy, Robinson Diaz drives Sizemore back. Oh, what a catch by Grady Sizemore. Spectacular play.
Well, you said it, Greg. He is the all-round guy for the Indians. He wins games, all different ways, with the glove, with the bat, on the bases. Very difficult catch, very similar to, a phenomenal catch that McCutchen made at Coors Field. Over the head, slamming into the wall.
Great play, Grady Sizemore. Coming back to play tonight for Cleveland, and he has already played a huge role in this 4-0 lead. Andy LaRoche popped up in the second. Reaches out, fly ball to right near the line, and foul.
That's got to be a tough wall to play as a right fielder. Come over there at full spin, or full speed, and it's just belt high. You go flipping right over it if you came in there very aggressive. You remember that catch that Morgan made in Denver where he jumped into the stand?
Yeah.
Be a tough one to make there. You'd be jumping onto the concrete.
Mm-hmm.
And for a first baseman, I believe it's even a little tougher. I think that wall comes down a little bit. It's only knee high.
Peralta throws out Andy LaRoche, and the Bucks go down 1-2-3 for the second consecutive inning, though this one was far from routine as Sizemore makes a great catch. giving you the chance to win a Grand Slam Fan Appreciation Day at the ballpark. Keep watching tonight's Bucco game on FSN for the 7th inning stretch keyword of the game. Then hit FSNinsider.com for your chance to win a Grand Slam Fan Appreciation Day at the ballpark. Karstens gives way.
Sean Burnett, the new hurler. There you see his numbers. Opposition hitting 198.
He faces Grady Sizemore. Karstens retired the 4 men he faced. And he doesn't go longer, perhaps because he went 2 1/3 innings on Sunday. And you have to, well, won't jump to conclusions because Snell pitched better his last 3 times out before tonight.
Well, you'd like to think you're not going to use the bullpen very much tomorrow's game. You have to think positive, think that way. Use a few more pitchers to get to the end of the game tonight if necessary. Zach Duke will be starting for the Bucks tomorrow's game, and he's been very good so far this year, going deep into games. Not having to use many relief pitchers.
Two and two on Sizemore. Single in the first, tripled home a pair in the third. And now full count. Sizemore has scored 100 or more runs and stolen 22 or more bases the last 4 years. Strike 3 call. A dramatic strike 3 call from Guccione.
It looked like it took a while to make a decision. Is this just me, or was this like kind of
it took a while.
A delay call?
Yeah.
Wow. Real speed. He's thinking about it still.
Firestone Bridgestone stat. Runs scored in the American League. Tampa Bay at the top. Yankees second. Indians third.
They have to find pitchers. Routine ground ball. So many teams out there every year that get into the season. You look at those standings, and you especially American League teams that you don't see, and you think, boy, they got a lot of good players. Why aren't they playing better? And it's always that same reason. Team ERA is probably, if not in the fives, pretty close to it. Don't see many double flap helmets anymore, do you?
No.
Kind of like the steel home is. You don't see it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I've ever seen anybody steal home. I'm sure I have, but I can't think of it. You know, like what you were talking about on a straight steal, not part of a double steal. Ball's going to get in the stands, looks like.
Well, now that you're able to talk about it, a couple innings ago you didn't want to. I'm glad you are, because
I felt bad.
Yeah, you should, because you were around.
I was out of line.
You were around in 1996 when King stole home.
I can't remember it.
Oh,
Maybe I was off that day.
that's possible.
Was it in San Francisco?
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. Just stole home.
Yeah.
Took off.
Mm-hmm. There goes the speed theory.
Yeah, Jeff, not the fastest runner on the team. Any year he played. Not a slow guy either, but I mean just like average speed.
That guy, who knows?
Should be able to do it. I mean, speed has to be a factor. Right?
Count 3-2. We talked about it on an Aflac trivia question, or this day, I guess, in Pirates history, about Max Carey stealing home somewhat 33 times in his career, behind Ty Cobb.
Well,
Stole home, I think, 54 times.
Do you remember King doing it?
No. Count stays 3-2 on Shin-Soo Choo.
"27 times Wagner stole home."
Past Andy LaRoche.
Going to be a single, though.
Roger Morgan making certain of that. Choo collects his first hit on base for the second time.
It might be a little surprise when he hits the ball inside third and
Yeah.
turns first, and it's just a routine single. And the grass just ate it up. And Niger very quick to get to the ball.
Luis Rivera, the first base coach. Joel Skinner, third base coach, son of a former Pirate. Oh, 0-1 on Mark DeRosa. There is Joel Skinner, Bob Skinner's son.
I think Bob Skinner was the third base coach my first year as a Pirate.
For a while, he was the hitting coach for the Bucks. Pop up. Where's Freddie Sanchez? LaRoche makes the catch.
Where's Choo?
Yeah. 4.5. It's 4-0 Cleveland. out in the second.
We need to talk about some runs being scored.
One hop, nice play, Peralta. Pierce is the first out of this bottom of the fifth.
Got down, took a knee, got a real good look at that ball as he was making the play. Take a knee. There you go. When they're hit hard like this, you get plenty of time. You can get down, right down there with them. Got plenty of time to get back up.
Jack Wilson fly to center field in the second. Eric Hinsky on deck. Evan Meek loosening in the Pirates' pen. And that's a fair ball. Jack Wilson aboard. He's headed for second. He is there with a double with one out in the fifth. Chu playing that ball off that short fence.
He did a pretty good job of it. Yeah, the angle he came was right to the ball. But Jack running hard the whole way, able to make it in the second. A lot of left fielders, that they'll go down toward the corner thinking that's where the ball is going to end up. And makes it an easy double once it bounces off that short fence. It's kind of ironic that we're talking about a ball that Jack hit, because Jack, one of his favorite things to do on a ball hit down there is he hustles out and makes that play. He gets that ball off the fence, knowing it's going to come back into fair territory.
Jack Wilson tonight, by the way, matches Jay Bell for fourth on the all-time games played list at shortstop in the history of the Pittsburgh Pirates. That is some kind of number. Oh, Peel, and this time the strike is called. Hinsky can only smile.
You got two left. You know, if this was strike three, it'd probably get under your skin a little bit. But just strike one.
Second time tonight, the Pirates have had a man in scoring position. Jack Wilson there now with one away. There's that number, 1,103rd game played at short. Tied with Jay Bell, fourth all time, trailing now only Hannes Wagner, Archie Vaughn, and Dick Groat. History of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Talk about great names. Hannes Wagner, Archie Vaughn, Dick Groat.
Yeah, that'd be a nice little plaque to have your name on, games played, Pirates. See those other names on there. Jay Bell's not a Hall of Famer, but he's nothing to shake a stick at either. He's got some pretty good credentials.
Hinsky pops this ball up toward the line. It's going to drop untouched into the seats. Hinsky hitting .273 against left-handed pitching. 6 out of 22.
Now you got a left-handed pitcher that can't get left-hand hitters out. And doesn't get that one out either.
That is his second free pass. Take a look at tonight's Barrel Automotive League leaders stat. Longest hitting streaks going currently in the National League. Derek Lee has 19 games. And Andrew McCutchen working on a 10-gamer. Tonight he is lined to short and bounced to third.
Parrott knows something good's about to happen. Feels it.
This guy's knocked in 6 runs his last 5 games. Hit .345 on the road trip.
Well, they are really giving him left center, aren't they? Trying to take away the left field line. You can see Chu in left. He is way closer to that line than, for instance, you ever see Morgan.
Fly on the left. Back at the
Come
wall
on,
and
man.
Runners go back, 2 outs.
I thought that was gone for sure. I can't believe that ball didn't get out of here. Just got up and died a little bit. And he hit it to the good part where that fence starts to angle in toward the foul pole. Well, it looks like McCutcheon thought maybe had a chance too. Normally we see him flying out of the box, but he was just kind of watching it as Chu went back and caught it right in front of the fence. If you're going to hit one on the left, that's where you want to hit it. Still wouldn't get out of here.
Awfully close. Now Nyjer Morgan. He has singled to left and walked.
That one Morgan up there. Chu's even closer to the left field line. He's way over there.
To short. And the force there at second. Well, 5 innings of shutout ball for the rookie left-hander David Huff. 4-zip Cleveland. Fastest 3G network, AT&T, your world delivered. And what happened to Pierogies? This is about as close as the race we've had all summer. And I think Hannah wins by a nose.
Well, I think they can have a little. That's a photo finish. I'm not going to give it to her.
Oh, sounds like maybe a freeze cam for later. Evan Meek takes over. Sean Burnett a scoreless 5th. Karsten's 1 1/3 scoreless of relief from Ian Snell, who lasted just 2 2/3. You see Meek's numbers on the year.
Well, if I recall, Greg, there's been a problem with the Indians in this interleague stuff, giving up leads late.
That's been a problem with them all year. Their bullpen has been really
I think the Cubbies
atrocious.
Stole a couple from him real late last week.
2 6-inning leads, one a 7-run lead, one 6-run lead late.
So they're probably nervous right now.
Guaranteed they're nervous.
Very nervous.
Hit hard and far the other way. Pierce going to have to play it off the wall. It's over the wall. Opposite field, leadoff home run for Johnny Peralta to give the Indians a 5-0 advantage.
No, I definitely have been having a tough time with the balls, how far they're traveling tonight. I thought McCutcheon was going to be out easy. I thought that was just going to be a nice fly ball, fairly deep right field, and it just wouldn't come down. Very high. It's got to go over that 21-foot wall. Pierce knew it. He turned around right away. He's going to make the highlight play off the wall if he could.
Luis Valbuena 0 for 2. Down he goes.
Look at that home run again. First, we'll watch this swing. Meek likes to cut the ball, kind of runs away from right-handers a lot. That one was probably doing the same thing, so it goes to right. Watch Pierce. Right now, he makes his decision, starts backpedaling, gets himself in a position to rebound, did the right thing. See a lot of visiting right fielders. They'll get right up against that scoreboard thinking that they got a chance to make a catch. And the ball comes off, and if it hits something hard, it'll go a long ways toward the infield. And even guys that can't run then, if they're hustling out of the box, can get 3 bases. Probably don't see a whole lot of people that are really hustling hard though out of the box when they hit one high and fairly deep to our right field.
Jack Wilson on to LaRoche.
He is so quick with his hands. His release after that ball hits the glove, it's just like almost like it bounces out of his glove into his throwing hand. Just pow. The glove never really closes around the ball. It stays pancake open the whole time. It just hits right into the palm of his glove and bounces off the palm of the glove right into his throwing hand. That's why he is so quick with that.
David Huff at the plate has sacrificed and struck out looking. Two on Huff with 2 outs and nobody
think
on.
Huff would be much with the bat, never getting a chance to hit.
Puts the ball in play to the shortstop. He is retired after a leadoff opposite field home run by Peralta. It's now a 5-0 Cleveland lead. Sizemore. Said by a nose, she won by a nose. Hannah.
It's not, you don't have to break.
Now look, come on,
You don't have
Bob.
to break it.
Right
I see
there.
the nose is over it.
That's over it.
All right, okay. I got you. Well, you know what? Look at the hand. Maybe the hand is what's over it.
We
She's
didn't
reaching.
get an official ruling from the scoreboard, so we'll have to. They may, yeah. Hold on to your tickets. We're still waiting for official word. Sanchez has flied out twice against David Huff. Sanchez, Adam LaRoche, Robinson Diaz.
Kind of like one of those check swings calls. So, sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't.
0-2. Remains 0-2 on Sanchez.
Trying to figure out where all his bad stats came from.
And a foul ball.
Not a whole lot bad tonight for Huff. Just 3 hits, no runs.
One ball, 2 strikes.
His strikes have just about doubled his ball, so he's been aggressive to the mitt. So hopefully just jinxed him into walking Freddie here. Off the end of the bat.
Check out tonight's A&L Motors game summary. Grady Sizemore, very big play here. Instead of a single, Pierce
He took a wrong angle at the ball and ended up going for 3. Then after that, a couple of walks and a big hit there on a 3-2 pitch. And they had a 4-run lead.
Sizemore, that 2-run triple in the 3rd. Adam LaRoche fouls it out of play. Peralta hit a solo home run at the top of the 6th inning. And David Huff has allowed just 3 hits in 5 1/3. Though he had a no decision his last time against Milwaukee, he did win back-to-back starts against the White Sox and Cardinals. 2 starts back, he went 7 1/3 against St. Louis. Allowed 3 runs on 6 hits. Broken bat. Softly hit to second.
Both balls this inning have been hit softly because they've been off the end of the bat. So Freddie and Adam just a little too quick. Surprised when I see Diaz take that first pitch.
Lines this ball to left.
What a slashing type hitter.
The ball hard his last time up, certainly. That drive to Sizemore, and this one lashes into left.
Ball on the inside half, about mid-thigh, just drops the head of the bat right to the ball. Pow.
Andy LaRoche, a late swing and a miss.
Well, we need an extra base hit here, Greg. Somebody needs to find an alley, drive it deep somewhere.
That's toward right center field, and caught by DeRosa.
That's what we needed, but we didn't need it to be caught.
Mark DeRosa goes into the gap and gets it. A drive hit by Andy LaRoche. It remains a 5-0 Indians lead. Alvarez being promoted all of a sudden to Double-A Altoona, making his debut, and they put him right in the lineup in a cleanup spot at third base. So far 0 for 3 against Erie in Erie. So Pedro Alvarez promoted after hitting 14 homers in A-ball. Pirates' #1 pick last year. Jose Tabata is 2 for 2 tonight with an RBI. Tabata, one of the players that came over in the Yankee deal last summer. And Gorkys Hernandez, one of the players that came over in the McLeod deal. 2 for 3 with a run scored tonight. There's 3 players playing at Double-A Altoona. At Triple-A Indy, Virgil Vasquez, who was a non-roster player in spring training, signed as a minor league free agent. Virgil Vasquez was lifted after 1 inning of scoreless ball. That is as a backup in case Charlie Morton wouldn't be able to go this Friday night against Kansas City. He is scheduled to start against Gil Mesh and the Royals. I want to make sure that hamstring is completely healthy. There's one away. Jamie Carroll is retired. And now Grady Sizemore. Sizemore has singled, tripled in a pair, and struck out looking. Game 2 of this series tomorrow night. Zach Duke for the Bucks against Carl Pavano. And then on Thursday night, Ross Ollendorf faces last year's Cy Young Award winner, left-hander Cliff Lee. And the Royals in for 3 games.
Sure, it'd be nice to have a night off and be able to go and see those guys play in Altoona. You were just talking about. That'd be a lot of fun, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Big part of the future of this team, all playing together there now. We, of course, were so impressed with Tabata spring training, along with McCutcheon, the 2 of those guys. They usually had something to say about a The late comeback.
They stood out.
March.
Yep. Tabata and Alvarez early on before he was sent down. He had a couple of big hits.
Yeah, a lot of the spring training wins were. It seemed like one of those three guys were doing the work. Nice
smooth
easy inning. Make a couple of little ground balls to first.
Watch another nice play by Adam LaRoche.
Nice little tapper, take it himself. I always like that as a pitcher. If you don't have to go over there and actually make the play, that's great. Have that first baseman take it yourself. Unless you have any like little signature thing, you might want to.
Yeah, I knew a guy that did that once.
That seems awfully silly now looking back on it.
Well, now they go more traditional, the Pirates. In case you missed it in the first inning with Martinez at the plate, they actually had Andy LaRoche flip-flop with Jack Wilson on that overshift, and now they've got Andy LaRoche on the left side of second base.
Well, you know, Greg, I'm wondering if that's because there was nobody at first. Because now you don't have a double play. Before, you would have had Jack coming across the bag to make the double play. Now you don't have to worry about that.
Would make sense.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. Oh, you're the best at it.
Yeah. I have no idea about the steals, though. The steal of home, I have no idea. And you won't tell me, even though I was very nice to you and made up to you. You won't tell me why.
Part of the tease.
I know, but I'll be working. I'm on radio that day with Steve, and you give us the answer. How am I going to find out?
I'll let you talk about it on the radio too on Wednesday.
All right.
I'll give it to you before the game.
Okay. Promise?
Yeah.
Right. Listen to the radio. Have both of them turned on at the same time. And I'll have the answer via Greg. Although I like Steve's big windup there.
Fly ball, center field. McCutchen in. Shortstop or third baseman, that is. Andy LaRoche out, and it's McCutchen. And it's a 1-2-3, top of the seventh inning. Seventh inning stretch is brought to you by our friends at Levin Furniture. 5-0 lead for the Indians. game is Score. Hit FSNinsider.com. Register for your chance to win. 15 loyal fans receive a Grand Slam Fan Appreciation Day at the ballpark, July the 9th, courtesy of FSN and the Pirates. Once again, tonight's keyword is Score. Log on to FSNinsider.com. How appropriate that is. Score.
It won't be tough to remember that one.
No.
Tonight. Unexpected, that's for sure. Have nothing but goose eggs up there. 7th inning. I guess that's why you have to play the games. All the stats, all that stuff, when it comes down to it, for a single game on a particular day, it doesn't mean a thing. Again, why you play every day for 6 months, so all that stuff evens out. And you'd like to hope that over 162 games and the best comes to the top.
Here's a fly ball to Sizemore. ...2009 Pirates Baseball on FSN Pittsburgh, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines is ready when you are. Go to southwest.com, grab your bag, it's on. Jack Wilson with one of the 4 Pirate hits. A 1-out double in the 5th. That's a pop-up. Peralta. 2 away. This coming Sunday, Pirates host the Royals. And kids stay at the ballpark as always. Family fun zone before the game on Federal Street. And all kids 14 and under receive these batting gloves and wristbands, courtesy of Kimberly Clark. To get tickets to this or any kids Sunday game, call 1-800-5BUCKS or visit pirates.com this Sunday against the Royals. And Zach Greinke is on the mound this Sunday for the Royals, who had a phenomenal start to the season. Still pretty darn good. 8-3, a 1.96 ERA. Ramon Vasquez bats for Meek.
Got some good news for us, Frank. This next pitch for Huff's going to be number 100. Maybe we can get him out of there because of a pitch count. Can't do it with the bats.
The Indians bullpen, in terms of earned run average, is the worst in the American League, 491. One ball, one strike. Actually, I take that back. The Angels have a worse bullpen than the Indians, 576. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the pinch hitter, Ramon Vasquez.
That'll lose some games for you. 576 when you go to the pen. Better have a good lead.
Strike 3 called on Vasquez. 7 innings of 4-hit shutout ball for rookie left-hander David Huff. 5-0. Brandon Webb is going to pitch the rest of this season. That is huge, of course. President Obama is going to throw out the first pitch at the All-Star game in St. Louis. Donald Fehr retiring as the head of the Major League Baseball Players Association, and former big leaguer and Pittsburgher Matt Clement, the coach, Butler High School boys basketball team. Matt Clement, the Butler native.
No surprise, he was a standout basketball player at that high school.
Jesse Chavez pitching the 8th. Shin Soo Choo has grounded out, walked, and single. It's really not as if the Indians have just torn the cover off the ball.
They've got 6 hits. That's it.
Another broken bat. Follow the Pirates on your iPhone and iPod Touch with MLB.com At Bat 2009, featuring play-by-play, video highlights, and live audio broadcasts. Visit Pirates.com on your iPhone or iPod Touch to purchase. Mark DeRosa 0 for 3. The Indians looking to snap a 6-game losing streak. The Pirates trying to end a 4-game losing streak.
Chavez, it really has come a long way, as we know what he has done this year, but there's still been some lessons for him to learn this year, as far as that power fastball of his, that it's not always going to get the job done just to fire it down the middle. There are certain game situations where he needs to be a little more careful with it, and then there are certain game situations where you can go for the heart of the plate. And I think that's just a learning process for him. A good example of that, down by 5 runs, you can be a little more aggressive in the strike zone than you can be, say, a tie game in the 9th, where you need to be a little more careful.
That got a piece of Johnny Peralta.
But I think the other night, when he gave up that home run to Todd Helton, I think that he thought he had the power where he could just go right on by Helton and throw the ball by him. You see Peralta fire one off his leg. But I just think that's some of the stuff that he's got to learn. There's certain situations where even if there's an old guy up there, just maybe you need to be a little more careful and make sure you locate something a little bit better. But he does have a very nice arm. Watch everybody scatter behind the plate. Whoa, look out. No matter how many times you get that hit the screen, you're still going to move when that ball comes back.
Hit hard. Nyjer Morgan racing back. And nicely done. He's back to home plate right away. Well done by Nyjer Morgan.
An excellent play. That ball was hit pretty well. Didn't get very high. Didn't have a lot of time. Get back there. Very good job.
Nyjer Morgan going to be mic'd up tomorrow night during the game.
Should be interesting.
Popped up to shallow right. Sanchez out. Pierce in. And it's Sanchez. Pirates have 2 more shots at these Cleveland Indians and trail 5-0. Chavez pitches a scoreless 8th. All right, 4th time around against David Huff.
Yeah, that's good to see. The 2 guys are talking about what happened. You know, that goes along with the learning stuff I was talking about while I was out there pitching. It shows you're thinking about what happened, why things went one way or another. And the catcher, of course, has got his opinion about it. You should listen to him sometimes. Just kidding. Catchers are very helpful. Matt Herges, probably the best ERA in that bullpen, I think.
Three-pitch strikeout of Andrew McCutchen.
Is that changeup?
Well, throughout our communities, unique individuals give back in many charitable ways. Mike Sherry, Matt Kuntz, Leon Haynes, the Pirates finalists in People Magazine's All-Stars Among Us. Through June 24th, you can vote for one by going to foxsports.com, clicking on the link for All-Stars Among Us. The winner from each Major League city will be honored before the All-Star Game July 14th, seen only on Fox. So you have through tomorrow. Go to foxsports.com, click on the link for All-Stars Among Us. Mike Sherry, Matt Kuntz, Leon Haynes. They all do great work in the community. Nyjer Morgan on base twice. A base hit and a walk. But he'll be retired here by Jimenez, and it's just been a routine night here for David Huff.
No, it's been anything but routine for him. This is not what he is used to have happen to him out there. I don't know how to explain it. I mean, obviously he's a talented pitcher. He would be in the big leagues. I mean, to get here, coming up through the minors, you have to earn your way. But looking at to all of his numbers this year, nothing would suggest that line right there.
There have been very few outs that have not been routine, except for the Sizemore play in the 4th.
That's been about it. A lot of balls off the end of the bat. With think that means he's being very effective getting guys out front. Not able to wait quite long enough. Last time up, Freddie had a very soft line drive to short off the end of the bat. I think this fly ball came off the end.
A 4-hit shutout for David Huff. Cleveland, top of the 9th inning. Matt Capps hasn't had much opportunity in closing situations, so he's out there just to get some work in.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of games this year, just 25 games. Tonight, down by 5. Just getting an inning, and also trying to make sure he keeps it just a 5-run ball game.
Meanwhile, David Huff in his 9th major league start, his longest outing, easily his best in his early career. He did pitch 8 innings tonight, and looking as though that'll be it. Getting some handshakes in the dugout.
Thrilled probably doesn't cover it. Talk about the reaction of the Indians to his start. They needed that so badly. Needed maybe not even that, just a good solid start out of him. And I would say a 4-hit shutout to this point is better than good and solid.
And a base hit to start off against Matt Capps. We'll have a pinch hitter then. Josh Barfield will bat for David Huff.
Things Matt had trouble with this year is that first hitter. He's only 26 games now. He's only retired the first hitter in 13 of them. Something he needs to work on.
For sure.
I think that's probably of everybody in the bullpen, I think that's the worst as far as percentage of first hitters retired.
David Huff, 8 innings of 4-hit shutout ball, walked 2, struck out 2, easily his best outing of his major league career. Very early, 8 previous starts.
I think be very proud of what he did tonight, and you don't want to dwell on it, but this is a game worth thinking about for him and figuring out what it was that he did that was so effective. He needs to look at this game, and be proud of it, but at the same time, he needs to analyze it a little bit, compare it, and think, well, to some other games, what did I do that was different tonight? If anything, it had to be something, but he needs to know what it was. When you do poorly, you need to know, you need to figure out why you did poorly. But the same thing happens when you have a good game too. You have to look at that with the same critical eye.
His ERA falls from 7.09 to 5.71 with his 8 stellar innings. Barfield down on strikes, and Jamie Carroll at the plate. Slice into the seats.
Jamie Carroll. Trying to think what it was that he did in Denver that makes me remember that. But I remember Tracy saying, Jim Tracy, the manager, saying after the game that when he was with the Dodgers, Carroll always came up big and was always beating his club, and said, here it is. Different team, and he was still doing it.
He had started a couple of games at second base, as I recall, and I think had about 7 hits in 2 games. Drove in runs.
7 for 8. Hit a home run, which he didn't do much of.
Made a couple of great defensive plays.
But that's the way it's been. It seems like for us in Denver, last few couple of years, couple trips, you just can't find a way to beat those guys. We got to go back there in August, so we got to figure it out.
Those Rockies take on the Angels tonight. Amazing run they are on.
They'll hit a bump in the road here at some point.
They've won 16 of 17, had an 11-game streak, and now they're trying to continue a streak that has reached 6 straight games. Out in Anaheim against the Angels tonight. Zach Greinke, we mentioned, is pitching Sunday here at PNC Park. Tonight he's in Houston against the Astros, and they lead 2-1. The Royals do in the bottom of the 5th. Atlanta at home shutting out the Yankees 3-zip in the 8th. Philadelphia glad to be on the road away from their home ballpark. They play much better out of Philadelphia. They're in Tampa Bay and lead 10-1 in the 8th inning. Rematch of the World Series. Cubs trying to knock off the Tigers. They're in front 4-3 in the 9th. Brandon Inge hit his 17th home run. But Detroit down a run in the 9th. Boston leads at Washington 4-3 in the 7th. And a strike 3. Caps strikes out the side after the leadoff hit. And now the Pirates, their last chance, going to work against the Indians. you smile. Adam LaRoche, busy man over at first base. Nice play over there. Adam LaRoche. 5 unassisted putouts. The Aspen Dental plays that made you smile. Matt Hergis tries to finish things up here. He will face Adam LaRoche.
Well, there's that ERA we're talking about, 2.42. Not too bad at all. Not giving up any hits either. The hitter's hitting $1.83. It's an outstanding number.
Now 40 years old. Signed as a minor league free agent this winter. Non-roster player. Invited to Major League camp. Last couple of years with the Rockies. He was with the Pirates briefly back in spring training of 2003 after the Pirates traded Chris Young to the Expos in December of 2002, and then released by the Pirates in March of 2003. Since then, he's played with the Padres, Giants, Diamondbacks, Marlins, Rockies, and now Cleveland. And LaRoche will break the shutout with a drive to deep right center field that might head toward the Allegheny. Adam LaRoche is 10. Makes it 5-1.
Well, one way or another, that one got wet. That was a bomb. That was a bomb.
Bucks on the board.
Not much to make you smile tonight, but Adam with the glove and now with the bat definitely gives the Pirates faithful something to clap their hands about. This ball looked like it cleared everything out there.
Robinson Diaz. I imagine Eric Wedge, something like that happens, goes, uh-oh, please don't be the start of something. His bullpen that has
seen
collapsed
it so much. Solo home runs usually don't start rallies. So I did see him start one here. Pat Mears' solo home run. Started a rally that can't really forget.
Another look at the home run. The 10th for LaRoche. Unfortunately for Adam LaRoche, 7 of those have been solo home runs. And 1-800-SAFE-AUTO reminds you you're safe at home with Safe Auto, proudly supporting the Obadiah Cole Foundation for prostate cancer screening and awareness. Early detection is the cure. Foul ball. Diaz robbed of a hit by Grady Sizemore in the 4th. And singled in the 6th. Reaches out, hits a fly ball to shallow center. Sizemore will not get to that one.
That's the kind of hit you worry about when it comes to is a rally about to start. You see somebody get one off the end of the bat and it falls in. That's the kind of stuff that can get things going. Right off the end. A couple of hits tonight. And I think Robinson has done a nice job behind the plate tonight. He's been a little shaky, I thought, back there of late, but tonight, blocking everything. Catching everything.
Kerry Wood had a couple of losses, or involved in the losses against the Cubs. He is their closer this year.
Nobody out still. We need one more little chink hit to get things going. There's a little flare, a little fillet of fish. Then you get a key walk, and then the ball is rolling. You remember that comeback I was talking about earlier? That was Red Gate.
Giles grand slam that capped it off.
I remember that was a Pat Mears solo home run. What were we down by, 6 or 7 runs?
7. With nobody on and 2 outs.
7.
The rally started with nobody on and 2 outs.
That was the first game of a doubleheader.
Yep. Against Houston.
Billy Wagner throwing 100 miles an hour that day, and Giles turned one around for the win.
Two and 2 on Andy LaRoche. Side and on the first to get him. Valbuena just does get Andy LaRoche.
A little double pump kind of cost him a little time. Gave Andy a shot at beating it out. A little double pump, went back in the glove a second time. Don't know why, but he did.
Valbuena got it done. 1 away. Diaz at second. And Brandon Moss pinch hitting for Steve Pearce. Burgess is even better against left-handed batters this year. They're hitting only 162 against him. Righty's batting 200.
Still got a
1 strike.
Decent fastball for 40 years old. That one, a little two-seamer they tried to sink over the outside part of the plate, was 89.
One ball, 1 strike on Brandon Moss. Lines this ball to the right side and past DeRosa. That makes it 5-2, and it gets interesting now as Moss has the RBI pinch hit double with 1 away.
And will that be it?
It becomes a save situation for Kerry Wood, and it looks as though
That'll be
Eric
it.
Wedge is going to go to his closer now. Another look at the Brandon Moss line double past DeRosa. Columbia Gas 8-1-1 call to the pen. save before he got to Chicago, his old stomping grounds. Friday night gives up this game-tying home run to Derek Lee. His one inning of work, the one run, and of course they won that game. And the Cubs came back on this wild pitch blown save on Saturday night. And Kerry Wood, back-to-back blown saves Friday and Saturday. So he's 8 for 12 in save opportunities on the year. The former Cub standout. He faces Jack Wilson with a runner at second and one away. Wilson, career .333 hitter versus Kerry Wood, 9 for 27 with a home run. And a fair ball just out of the reach of the third baseman Peralta. It makes it 5-3. And now the tying run comes to the plate here in the bottom of the ninth inning.
The Indians are going through a crazy stretch right now. Crazy. There's the next little kind of blooper type hit right on the chalk line, wasn't it? You need a couple of these to get that big comeback going. I think this hits right on the chalk.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? It might have hit the glove.
Yeah,
I think it hit the glove.
Exactly
because it does land in foul territory, but didn't make any difference. It was touched in fair territory.
Peralta touched it now. The pinch hitter is Delwyn Young, and he takes ball one. Pirates did nothing for 8 innings against the rookie left-hander David Huff.
They've out-hit the Indians now, 8-7. Just one out.
Delwyn Young has been so good in these situations as a pinch hitter. Burgess gives up 3 runs on 3 hits and retires 1 man.
That's good ERA is. Took a hit tonight.
A late 95-mile-an-hour fastball from Kerry Wood. Cliff Lee will start the finale of the series. And 2-2 on Delwyn Young. Kerry Wood gets him. Bucks down to their last out now.
Take a look at Jack's hit again. If you right down the line, you can see it hit right there. Changed directions right off the tip of the glove, and from that point on, it doesn't matter where it lands. It was touched as a fair ball. Kerry Wood just threw heat pretty much right by Young upstairs.
Andrew McCutchen, he has been a thrill to watch in such a short time. His 18th major league game. You watch him, it's like he's been up here for years at the big league level. A 10-game hitting streak is on the line. Hit a fly ball to the wall in left field in the 5th inning. He's 0 for 4. And he takes a strike from Wood, 1-1. The experienced veteran, now closer Kerry Wood, against the rookie Andrew McCutchen. McCutchen represents the tying run, just trying to get on. Headed up the middle, and that's through. It's now a 1-run game. Andrew McCutchen drives in his 14th, and now he is the tying run. He's got an 11-game hitting streak going. And does he try to steal? That hitting streak of 11 straight games, the longest by a rookie in the big leagues this season. It's a one-run game with Nyjer Morgan to the plate.
Might be another one of those things we're talking about, Greg, with the solo home run starting a ninth inning rally. It's pretty impressive.
David Huff can only watch. He went 8 innings, a 4-hit shutout ball. And now Nyjer Morgan, he has singled, walked, bounced into a force play, and grounded to first.
Victor Martinez, in case you weren't or thinking about this, has thrown out 3 guys all year.
How many attempts?
30, 33, 34, right around in there.
How is Kerry Wood in terms of moves and time to the plate? Would you say average?
I don't know. I'll tell you after this pitch right here. Because right now is when he's really trying to worry about it. Like with somebody else over there at first base, he doesn't really care. He's going to take his normal leg kick. With a definite speedster at first base, he's going to have to change some things to get the ball to the plate.
Close over there.
We'll watch his leg kick, see if he slide steps at all. Normally, he's worried more about the leg kick and the power. That's not going to be quick. See him bring that leg up to where the knee is belt high. That takes time. You're going to get a jump.
Ball 1 on Morgan. Victor Martinez, as Bob said, has thrown out 3 of 31 trying to steal this season. Less than 10%. And it's ball 2. Eric Wedge.
I think if McCutchen had the green light, now it's probably turned red. A 2-0 count.
Two and one. How much fun would it be to see Nyjer Morgan get a ball into the gap?
And now that Wood has got a strike in there, now McCutchen might be let loose again. But anytime there's been no strike thrown, you start thinking, wait a minute, we might be able to move him into scoring position with a base on balls. Let's let the pitcher show if he's going to walk us or not. I think he was running there, Greg. You see that little flinch?
Yeah.
A little bit of a flinch towards second. I think 2-0. He had the red light. He was given the green light. 2-1.
And now it's 2-2.
Might have been a little quick pitch there. Wood didn't seem to be set very long. I think he might have caught McCutchen off guard. McCutchen trying to time him, and Wood came up and right to the plate.
Trying to get his 9th save is Kerry Wood.
Well, he certainly, I almost said certainly might, but I'll be not surprised if he runs.
He's gone and he's there. And the pitch was in. It's a stolen base for McCutchen, uncontested. It is his 3rd steal in 3 attempts, and now a base hit by Nyjer Morgan can get him home to tie it.
Yeah, once you get to 2 strikes, what do you got really to lose? With McCutchen running, not much ever to lose. Who's going to throw him out? And Martinez doesn't even try.
Full count. Just got a piece of it.
What was that? We saw 2 blown saves. We saw a home run. What was the other thing?
A wild pitch.
Oh, wild pitch. That was right. Yeah, wild pitch. How about that? How about a wild pitch? Tries to bury that curveball, go for strike 3.
Have McCutchen go to 3rd. Morgan race all around to 2nd.
Sounds like a plan. Ball 4.
He's aboard. Boy, these 2 clubs, when they have played interleague ball at PNC Park, there's been some wild action. You may remember some of the finishes, including this one, as we flash back 6 years ago. Randall Simon in the 15th inning giving the Pirates a 5-4 win with this home run over the center field fence at 1:36 in the morning. Randall Simon and the boys celebrate.
Kenny Lofton in the picture. Adam Heisdu.
Well, Carl Willis out. What kind of a history do Wood and Sanchez have? Freddie Sanchez 2 for 9 in his career against Kerry Wood.
Adam LaRoche, he started this. He's on deck.
Sanchez, a base hit can tie it with McCutchen at second, and you've got speed, great speed at first as well in Niger Morgan. 19,109 the announced paid attendance. Not much to cheer about through 8 innings, but what a 9th inning it's been for the folks here at PNC Park. Ball 1, and we're starting to hear some Fred E. chants.
Just a single, Freddie.
Whoa, 2-0. Martinez able to keep it close and not let it get back to the backstop. He almost
one of those
boxed it.
wild pitches.
Sanchez 0 for 4 tonight.
I want to see that ball rattle off those stones in the back. They're going crazy hops.
Two and one.
How about that? If there was ever a guy you think you could sit on a fastball 2-0, it would be Kerry Wood. And he drops that hard slider on you. Man.
Three and one.
Freddie's not easy to walk.
No, he is probably second on the club to Robinson Diaz in terms of swinging away. The rally cap's on everywhere. Walked him. And Sanchez, as he drops the bat, a couple of claps as he looks back at Adam LaRoche like, come on, let's get her done. Bases loaded.
He was afraid of Freddie. He threw that 2-0 slider, and this is a 3-1 breaking ball.
Watch Sanchez react. Come on.
Breaking ball. Didn't break.
Adam LaRoche started it with a home run off Hergis. The bases loaded, and those are the only two men that count. Sanchez means nothing. McCutchen and Morgan, you want them home, and then it's over. Adam LaRoche, career .250 hitter against Kerry Wood, 3 for 12 with a home run. Takes a strike, starts him off with a breaking ball.
Big slow curveball. Down in the 70s. It's very slow for Wood. Wild pitch, come on. Bounce it around.
Whoa, close. 1-1 with a fastball missing. A look at where they play. Adam LaRoche and the base runners. A base hit with the speed through the infield should win it. Strike called. 1-2.
Yeah, any kind of a single's got to win it with Niger. There's 2 outs. He's off at the crack of the bat. Doesn't have to worry about, if it's a line drive or fly balls, anything like that. He's just going to be gone.
Adam LaRoche trying to win it. And it's 2-2. He is hitting in these situations runners in scoring position. 2:24. Time is called. Martinez to talk to Kerry Wood.
I got to believe at some point Wood's got to go for a strikeout and try to bounce that breaking ball of his.
And you wonder if Martinez doesn't go to him right there and say, "Come on, you know, I'll get it.
I'll block it for you."
I missed it the other day, but I got it now.
Well, that one the other day we saw it.
Yeah, of course.
Two catchers side by side. We're going to block that one.
2-2. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Down a run. He takes ball 3.
That was his shot at it.
They wanted an appeal on the check swing, but Guccione wouldn't even ask Tony Randazzo, and now everybody up, including Jack Wilson, trying to coax even a walk from Kerry Wood to tie it. Just got a piece. Stays 3-2.
Slider. A little slider in underneath the hands. Good job to stay alive.
We'll do it again.
Nerve-wracking, isn't it? I got the sweaty palms going.
Looks like a full customer at the plate. Adam LaRoche. Everybody's up at PNC Park for game 1 of this 3-game interleague series against the Cleveland Indians. Fly ball to right. This is going to do it. And the Pirates will leave the tying run and the winning run on base. The rally falls short. And Wood gets the save. 29 pitches. He's able to retire. Adam LaRoche with a fly ball to right. And David Huff gets the win.
Yeah, you know, Huff was amazing tonight, that's for sure. Pirates